Okay, Hare Krishna. Mataji, please go ahead, Mataji.
I can try, Prabhuji.
Okay, well, give me 1 second, Prabhu. I think.
Prabhuji, I shared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mataji.
Prabhuji, go ahead.
Production Devotan Pranam, all Vishal Prabhu. Sanjay Bacho, Ato Sutta Bochanam Kesho Basho, Kitanjoli Bepomano Kiriti, Namaskritta Bhuyo Eva Krishnam, Shagat Gadam Bhito Pranamo. Hare Krishna.
Very nice, Prabhu. Have we read? 3 devotees have read or 2?
One more, Prabhuji.
Okay. One more devotee can read, maybe. Devotee. Dara Mataji, you want to read?
I'm driving. I'm just listening. Maybe the next shloka. Hare Krishna.
I can read, Prabhuji, if you like.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sanjay Uvacha Etachritva Vachanam Keshavasya Kritanjalirvepamanah Kiriti Namaskritva Bhuya Evaha Krishnam Sa Gadgadam Bhitah Pranamya. Hare Krishna.
Very nice, Mataji. Bhashwati Mataji, can I just try to switch around, if that's okay?
Sure, Prabhuji, I'll stop sharing.
Okay, Hare Krishna. But be prepared. I'm having some trouble with my laptop for the past few days. So what I thought that I'm going to gift myself like a New Year's gift with a new laptop. So I thought I'll let you all of you know about that. Haribol.
Congratulations, Prabhuji.
Haribol Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So devotees, who can read synonym?
I can read. Wait.
Okay, Prabhu.
Synonyms. Sanjay Uvacha, Sanjaya said, Etat thus, Shrutva, hearing, Vachanam, the speech, Kesavasya, Kesavasya of Krishna, Pratanjali, with folded hands, Vepamanaha, trembling, Kirti, Arjuna, Namaskritva, offering obeisances, Puya, again, Eva, also, Aha, said, Krishnam, unto Krishna, Sa Gadgadadam, with a faltering voice, Bita fearful, Pranamya, offering obeisances. Translation by Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Sanjaya said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that trembling Arjuna offered obeisances with folded hands again and again. He fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in a faltering voice as follows.
Very nice, Prabhu. Devotees, who can read the purport?
If nobody is available, I can read, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. As we have already explained, because of the situation created by the universal form of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna became bewildered in wonder. Thus, he began to offer his respectful obeisances to Krishna again and again. And with faltering voice, he began to pray, not as a friend, but as a devotee in wonder. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Very nice, Mataji. Any additional thoughts, comments, Mataji?
I think here Prabhupada has explained clearly that really by seeing the universal form, the Kala Rupa, and like you explained earlier, that he was always like growing up with Krishna. Arjuna always thought and viewed Krishna as a dear friend, a cousin, a family member. But suddenly seeing his Virat Rupa and then also the Kala form and all the soldiers from both sides entering his mouth, and in the previous verses we saw that it has been depicted with teeth and everything, like he's bewildered and he's afraid and confused. Um and and so over here Prabhupada is just explaining that he's afraid and he's offering his obeisances. Like before he used to joke with Krishna or just like have a pally relationship with him, but now he's looking at him not as a friend but really as a devotee. Hare Krishna, I understood this much, Prabhuji. If you can elaborate more.
Very good. No, that's a good understanding. That's what is happening. Here, mostly, it is Sanjaya's narration to Dhritarashtra, what exactly is happening with Arjuna. You explained it nicely. Now, devotees, when did this transformation happen? Anybody can someone quote the exact verse from friend to devotee?
I think from 29.
31, Prabhuji.
I'm sorry?
The text 31.
Yes, yeah, that is true. Text 31 is there. But even before that, in chapter 2 itself, 2:7,
Oh, Karpan.
Arjuna has changed his position because, as we are discussing, but 31 is also correct. It's all is getting more, is able to understand Krishna. But even in chapter 2 itself, Arjuna has come to the conclusion this is beyond his league. It is too overwhelming for him. He cannot control it anymore. Until then, he is also Maharati, very, very powerful personality, Arjuna. But he has understood that he will not be able to deal with the situation. But devotees, many times it happens in our life also. We may be very capable. We may have a lot of strength, a lot of mental balance, and we might be very intelligent. We might be very, very successful. But sometimes life takes us to some kind of a very, we hear so many stories, right? Life-changing moments. And that's it, the life changes after that. So Arjuna has already gone through a lot. They have all lost the kingdom, everything, 13 years in the forest. It's not easy. They're not meant for that. They come from a very royal family and they are meant to rule, not like, like a forest people. They're not meant for that. But even then, at this particular moment, Arjuna is not able to think properly. That's what it is. He's not able to understand why he has to fight. That is his main problem. So in 2:7, Arjuna says, Sishyaste aham. Krishna, now I'm going to become your disciple. And whatever you instruct, I will just follow that. He has given up at that point. But one thing though, immediately 2:7, he says, I'm your disciple. But in 2:9, he would say, Na yotsa iti govindam. Govinda, I'm not going to fight. After having said Sishya, that kind of very briefly, Krishna displays that how mind is so, unless you surrender your mind completely, That is why Krishna is asking in the end, everybody, all of us, to surrender our mind to Krishna. Dear devotees, why Krishna is asking the mind, do we know? There are three components of mind. Mind, intelligence, intellect, viveka, experience, everything. But he's specifically talking about mind because mind is the most immature of all these things. Intelligence understand there is Krishna, there is a supreme God. Intellect even understand even much better. Intellect understand the spiritual aspect of it. Yes, I understand there is God. I know Krishna is the supreme God. I want to really surrender myself to him. But the mind, the component, that component of this enter, the three layer mind is very childish. It has got no thinking. It doesn't think properly. That's why Krishna is saying, if you surrender the mind, everything will follow nicely. Intelligence is ready. Otherwise, mind has got this power to even pull the intelligence and intellect. They may not be functioning as efficient as possible. So we got to train our mind to devote our time, our effort, everything in Krishna consciousness. That is the entire Krishna consciousness process altogether. Mind is very powerful. Krishna has referred about mind in many verses. So this transformation, now he has understood one more time, as Bhashati Mataji also mentioned in 31 also. Let us very briefly go back. Okay. O Lord of the Lord, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. You now understand that Krishna is very, very superior. He's not just his friend, that's a great status, but now he's understanding that Krishna is far powerful, which cannot be explained at all. That is why he is now very confused and frightful and fearful. So, devotees, any more thought on this? From friend to how he becomes a devotee in wonder. Here, even though he's fearful, he's not envious. He's not thinking Krishna as something, whether can I get something from out of Krishna, or now I don't have to fight Krishna. He's nothing. He's maintaining the devotional mood only, but he has not seen this kind of energy of Krishna before. Any more thoughts, devotees? Baldeswar Prabhu?
No, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. Raghu Prabhu or anybody before we go to the next one. But this is very... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, one thing, Arjuna is referred here as Kiriti. Kiriti really means helmet, but I heard that, from Acharya that this came about because Arjuna defeated Indra. I don't know all the details, and because of that, he was given a helmet, and for that reason, he's also called Kiriti. I don't know if that's correct or what you have to say.
He's called what, Prabhu?
Kiriti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a Krita.
Yeah. Because he's being referred here, and then Kiriti is Arjuna. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, Kiriti means the crown. So Indra gave Arjuna this crown. That's what also I heard. That's why he called Kiriti.
Right.
Yeah, because Arjuna defeated Indra in some kind of...
Yeah. some kind of
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
Haribol, Prabhu and Mataji. Thanks for that. Any more thoughts, devotees? Very briefly, I saw Vasant Prabhu, but are you driving, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhuji, I'm driving.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Please drive very safe, Prabhu.
Yes,
Don't.
Prabhuji.
The subject matter is very, very most the ultimate goal of our life, but at the same time, we got to take care of whatever we are doing now. You are driving, be careful. So
Ji, ji,
devotee,
ji.
Haribol.
Thank you, Ji. Hare
So
Krishna.
is there a weekend program in Fort Lauderdale, Prabhu?
Yeah, there is a program. I think on a Sunday we have a program. Tomorrow is Ekadasi, I think.
Right.
And we have a program on a Sunday and we have a service. So I'm trying to go back so we can serve.
Haribol. You know Rakesh Prabhu, right?
Yeah, Rakesh Prabhuji. He
Yeah.
lives very close by.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
He's a very good friend of mine. He lived, he was in Kansas City for quite some time. So he used to come to the temple and.
Ji Prabhuji ji. He mentioned that when we got together in a Sadhu Sangha, Orlando.
Right.
I did mention to him about you as you mentioned in the past, and so yes, he lives very close to me, and we are very close in our group.
Haribol Prabhu.
Haribol Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So devotees, let us move on to text 36. Let us read this. Now, Arjuna himself is going to talk about glorification about Krishna. Why not we read this, devotees?
I can try, Prabhuji.
Sure, Prabhu, please.
Arjuna Uvacha Sthane Rishikesha Tava Prakrita Jagat Prashito Nurajjata Cha Rakhanshi Bhitani Disha Dravanti Sarve Namashanti Cha Siddha Sangha.
Very nice, Prabhu. Haribol. Who can chant, devotees? Our Subal Prabhu is here. Are you in a position to chant, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I can try. Hare Krishna, devotees, and Pranam Krishna. Archana Uvacha Sthane Rishikesha Tava Prakritiya Jagat Praharstya Anurajyate Cha Rakshamisi Pitani Diso Dravanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sangha. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Very nice, Prabhu. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can try.
Okay, sure.
Arjuna Uvacha Sthane Rishikesha Tava Prakritya Jagat Praharshati Anurajyate Cha Rakshamsi Bhitani Disho Dravanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sangha.
Very nice, Mataji. Haribol for that. Devotees who can read the synonym translation and purport by another devotee.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Yes,
May I
Prabhu.
try, Prabhuji?
Definitely, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Synonyms. Arjuna Vacha. Arjuna said, Sthane, rightly. Hristi Isa, O master of all senses. Tava, your. Prakrutriya, the glorious. Jagat, the entire world. Praharshati is rejoicing. Anurvartye is becoming attached. ka and rakshasmi, the demons, bhi, bhatini, out of fear, disha, in all directions, dravanti, or feelings, sarve, all, namasyante, or offering respect, ka, also, siddha sangaha, the perfect human beings. Translation, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai. Arjuna said, O master of senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid, and they flee here and there. All this rightly done. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Shall I continue?
I think let us see if
Okay.
anyone else.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
you're doing well. No problem. Let us see who is there. I think everybody has read, right? Okay, Prabhu, if you want to read, please go ahead, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you. Purport. Arjuna, after hearing from Krishna about the outcome of battle of Kurukshetra, become enlightened, and as a great devotee and friend of Supreme Personality of Godhead, he said that everything done by Krishna is fit. Arjuna confirmed that Krishna is the maintainer and the object of worship for the devotees, and the destroyer of the undesirable. His actions are equally good for all. Arjuna understood herein that when the battle of Kurukshetra was being concluded in outer space, there were present many demigods, siddhas, and the intelligentsia of the higher planets, and they were observing the fight because Krishna was present there. When Arjuna saw the universal form of the Lord, the demigods took pleasure in it. But others who were demons and atheists could not stand it when the Lord was praised. Out of their natural fear of the devastating from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they filed Krishna's treatment of the devotees and the atheists is praised by Arjuna. In all cases, a devotee glorifies the Lord because he knows that whatever he does is good for all. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Very good. You want to say anything more, Prabhu?
Okay, Prabhuji. Please, you please explain me, please.
Okay, no, you read very nicely, Prabhu. We are always very glad to hear your participation.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
your interest in Bhagavad Gita and about Krishna. So, devotees, anyone want to expand a little more on this? Arjuna is glorifying, obviously, and Srila Prabhupada's purport is also very nice. Srila Prabhupada is go ahead, Mataji.
So here Arjuna is glorifying Krishna, seeing his opulences, and Arjuna is at the same time he is overwhelmed as well as he is fearful too, with wonder that who Krishna is, And because Arjuna used to sleep like in the bed during the battle of Kurukshetra, they shared the same bed, and they were the friend. And before showing the universal form, Lord Krishna, Arjuna just totally thought like Krishna is his friend, Krishna is his like brother. But now when he realized that he is the supreme personality of Godhead, his respect increases million times. And that's what he is saying, that when Krishna is present in the battlefield, not only the Arjuna and devotees, but the other demigods, siddhas from different planets, they also observe this fight, because it's a dharma yuddha and it's very very significant on the Kurukshetra, because Krishna is there. But also at the same time, Prabhupada is explaining here that for the devotees, Krishna's treatment is different. Krishna treats his devotee with lot of respect, mercy, and but he has lot of love for the devotees. But at the atheist is different. And also atheists cannot see that universal form, so that's why they fled, because it's too much for them, because their thinking is that Krishna will destroy everything. But devotees viewpoint is totally different, because devotee thinks on a totally separate angle, that whatever Krishna will do, that will be good for us. But atheist, because they don't believe in God, so they think that it will be totally devastating, his form. So they cannot tolerate that form, that Kala Rupa. So that's what, Prabhuji, my understanding is.
Very nice. That's a great point, Mataji. Very relevant. Yeah. So Krishna, as already said many times, he is the best well-wisher friend of Bhutanam, every entity. Surdam Sarva Bhutanam. Surdam means friend. He is the best friend. But it's like a cop. The good citizens, feel very, very relieved, much more composed when they see their police department is working nicely. They feel much safer. They feel much secure. But the criminals, they don't feel, they're always, under fear and scared. They don't like good, efficient cop. So, like Mataji nicely explained, Krishna showed this Virat roop to Duryodhana just only recently, before he goes there 3 times. The third time, when he goes there as a peacemaker, Duryodhana outright rejects him. And when Krishna shows him his Virat roop, then also he doesn't understand. He's not able to see, first of all. He's completely blindsided. Bhishma Pitama is able to see him. Kripacharya is able to see. Dhritarashtra is spiritually and materially, physically blind. But Duryodhana said, this is some kind of a Mayavi. Mayavi means a person who plays illusion. So that's what he said. I don't believe in all these things. He is not any god or nothing like that. He's got some, extraordinary power, but I don't admire him. I don't consider him as God or anything superior. That was his word. Mayavi, like an illusionist. Of course, Krishna is everything. But Krishna, when he puts an illusion on devotees, that is by Yoga Maya. For example, for Mother Yashoda, there is a difference between when mankind, human, people don't understand Krishna. It can be because of 2 reasons. One, Krishna deliberately puts a Yoga Maya so that he can have this wonderful relationship with the devotees, whether it is Sakya Bhav or a Vatsalya Bhav He just saw in the Brajvasi, like a Madhurya Rasa. What is that? The Brajvasis never thought that he is Supreme God. They didn't even had no thinking like that. All they knew was that Krishna is my best friend and he will protect me. Not because Krishna is the Supreme Lord. They didn't even think Krishna like that. So that's the beauty of Krishna's thing. And then through Mahamaya also, he will put a screen curtain for atheists. Atheists will never understand him. He says, Naham Prakasha Sarvasya. I will not reveal myself to everyone. Krishna has already said this in chapter 6, 7. He's saying, I will not do that. So we understand that Krishna is very merciful, is the best friend, but for devotees, he is very, very special. Any more thoughts, devotees? Devotees, shall we read something very interesting from Bhagavatam? If there are no additional comments, we got few more minutes. Can we do that?
Yes, Prabhuji.
See, let us open Bhagavatam. Here, this Canto 11 is very, very important, lot of instruction. And then the instruction from Krishna to Uddhava is considered another Gita. It's called Uddhava Gita, like Bhagavad Gita. Here, Krishna himself is narrating the dialogue between King Yadu and a Brahmana. Okay, it's very interesting to read that. We may not have time to read all the Sanskrit words, but at least if someone can read the translation.
I can read, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Go ahead, Prabhuji.
No, go ahead, Mataji.
Okay, this is for just reference purpose. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11. Devotees hopefully will get an opportunity to read about this instruction to Uddhava. Very, very important. Uddhava, he always looks like Krishna. When Krishna sends him to Vrindavan, everybody thinks suddenly, how did Krishna came back? But the complex is, he is very fair. His complexion is different. But other than that, amazingly same personality like Krishna, very powerful. And they are cousins also. I believe Uddhava is the son of Deva Bhaga. Deva Bhaga is the brother of Vasudeva, Krishna's father. So anyhow, coming back to this, please read Mataji.
Hare Krishna, translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. O King, I have taken shelter of 24 gurus, who are the following: the earth, air, sky, water, fire, moon, sun, pigeon, and python; the sea, moth, honeybee, elephant, and honey thief; the deer, the fish, the prostitute Pingala, the kurara bird and the child, and the young girl, arrow maker, serpent, spider, and wasp. My dear King, by studying their activities, I have learned the science of the self.
Yeah, the reason I thought this will be interesting here, that Brahmana actually is talking about the different, the nature. Nature is also Krishna. Some people would say, I don't know whether there is a God, but I believe in nature. From where did nature come from? So did it suddenly appear? That is all. It's all coming from Krishna only. So this is the Brahmana is saying, please listen, O son of Maharaja of Yayati, because Yadu is in the lineage of Yayati. And he's saying, what I have learned from each of these guru, he says, the nature is also my guru. That is what Krishna is also showing in part of, is Vishwarupa. It's mostly its nature. It is also Krishna's energy only. But it's a material energy. So who can read this? We can read maybe about 2-3 verses. It will give some more meaning to the entire context.
I can read, Prabhuji. Yeah, Prabhuji,
Sure,
go ahead,
sure.
please.
Go ahead, Prabhuji. Sorry.
Sorry.
Why don't you both read? Let us see how that works. Two great devotees reading together.
Translation by His Divine Grace is Bhakti Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Joy. A sober person, even when harassed by other living beings, should understand that his aggressors are acting helplessly under the control of God, and thus he should never be distracted from progress on his own path. This rule I have learned from the earth. Hari Bol.
So a lot of things to learn, devotees. Here the Brahmana is going to give little more explanation, what all you can learn from the nature itself, which is again Krishna only. Subal Prabhu, you want to read this?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees. Dhanavad. A saintly person should learn from the mountain to devote all his efforts to the service of others and to make the welfare of others the sole reason for his existence. Similarly, as a disciple of the tree, he should learn to dedicate himself to others. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, devotees, Bhagavatam is such a superior, supreme instruction and knowledge. From just by nature also, Krishna is telling us how to lead a spiritual life. Look at the tree. I mean, it gives shade, whether you like it, you don't like it, you take care of the tree or not. And the mountains and the hills. That is why Krishna, we just had Govardhan Puja. Krishna is asking the Brajvasis to worship Govardhan. Govardhan gives everything. There is water, there is, it gives all the trees are there, the flowers are there, the fruits are there, all the grains are available from there. And amazing seva by Govardhan, by nature. It's all serving under Krishna's instruction. It is serving all the time without expecting anything. Is the sun, moon expecting anything from us? If man had control over the sun, how much it will be immediately taken over by some corporation and they'll be charging us how much money? Do you have any idea? Right now, even now, our electric bill, sometimes it is high, sometimes it is low. But look at the nature. That is why man has started exploiting nature to a larger extent. Everything is given by Krishna. Everything. Srila Prabhupada always used to say, Krishna has given everything. Every entity can live very peacefully. But it's not enough for one greedy man because he will never be satisfied. You give him everything, still he will say, why not have more? So nature is also a very good way of understanding how merciful is Krishna. And here, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also emphasizing the quality of tolerance that we can learn from the tree. We can read one more, devotees, then maybe we can conclude. Who can read this, devotee?
Yeah, I can read this.
Okay.
A learned sage should take his satisfaction in the simple maintenance of his existence and should not seek satisfaction through gratifying the material senses. In other words, one should care for the material body in such a way that one's higher knowledge is not destroyed, and so that one's speech and mind are not deviated from the self-realization.
Yes, Prabhu. These are all very powerful. This particular chapter, Krishna is narrating this entire thing to Uddhava through various references and quotes from different dialogues between. Right now, this is a dialogue between that Maharaj Yadu versus one Brahmana. And Brahmana is so learned. Initially, Yadu would think that he's just an ordinary person. But later on, by his intelligence and intellect, you will be very, very impressed. This is this is also a motto for us devotees: how to live simple living, higher thinking. Srila Prabhupada has quoted many, many times. That should be the goal of devotee. Not getting. We can make money, but still our approach should be simple. Making money is not a crime or a sin. You can be successful. Arjuna was successful. Yudhishthira is a great king. Nothing wrong with that. But what is your ultimate purpose, how you can utilize all the resources you have. Even in the contemporary world, devotees, we see there are certain personalities like Warren Buffett and even many other very rich, opulent people. They have done so much for the humanity and for spirituality and so on. So that need to be appreciated. They can always lead a very lavish lifestyle. I was reading that Warren Buffett, he has not changed his house for the past almost 50 years. The same house where he used to live, maybe from 1960, is continuing that old house. That shows simplicity. He's not doing that for publicity. He's now made so much money, he did not need that kind of a marketing. But it seems that we don't know him personally, but whatever we know that he's nicely utilizing the resources. He's helping a lot of spiritual organization, a lot of social organization. Those are all good. It's all needed because that is also part and parcel of Krishna consciousness. The best thing is that give everybody Krishna consciousness. But sometimes it may happen that we may have to help somebody with some of which seem like a material activity, but actually it may help for the spirituality also. For example, when we prepare prasadam, somebody might think, what is that prasadam? It's only food. It is not food, because we are giving Krishna also along with that. So devotees, any further thoughts before we conclude for today? Subal Prabhuji, we'll take one or two comments from you.
No, Prabhuji, you explained very nicely. Yes, Prabhuji, we should all...
Dara Mataji, or Bhashwati Mataji, any final thoughts?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, very nicely you explained. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for you explained so well. I don't have anything to add. Hare Krishna.
Okay, very good. Devotees, this weekend is a very special weekend for all of us, the Tampa devotees especially. Our Kirtan Fest. So please participate. Try to come early as you can. We are planning to start sharp at 4 p.m. Come what may. We have to maintain Krishna Standard Time. And it being a Sunday, it is more kind of a requirement that we start early and complete everything on a timely fashion. Our goal is to serve prasadam at least by 7:30. So please all come, participate enthusiastically, join with the Kirtan, dance with the Kirtan, and we will have we are praying and hoping that it will be a very, very wonderful Krishna consciousness evening. So with that, devotees, we will conclude here. Vanchakalpatrabhyasya kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. ISKCON Tampa Sankirtana ki jai. ISKCON Tampa Bhagavad Gita study session ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Have a wonderful Krishna consciousness weekend, devotees. See you
Hare
on
Krishna.
Sunday.
Prabhuji, is there any service work? I will come and attend tomorrow from tomorrow itself also. Is there any work?
Stay in touch with Subal Prabhu.
Okay, definitely, Prabhuji.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to His love.